Good morning. Welcome to the Crow Hour. I'm gonna drop some astrology and pull a card. We got heavy Pisces season. You can see magic's still upon us. Messages still coming in. We've got Neptune, the Sun, Saturn, and Venus in Pisces. So we're giving structure to love, but we're going through a deep subconscious narrative rewrite. That's what's going on with narrative in the Sun. We're shedding light on what is our story and our fantasy about love, Venus, and giving structure to life based on that. So there's a real review in a Piscean way with a romantic heart to look at creative fantasy as something real that gives structure, meaning to us. Like, we have this idea in religions of the forbidden fruit. In Christianity, that's the name of it, but a lot of things explore this. Catch 22. I dance with that a lot. I'm a 22 person, so it's just like an interesting thing. It's called paradox, but it's really interesting in this Pisces season. We've got Purim in the Jewish faith. It's where everything's kind of upside down. It's similar to in the tarot where the hanged person's upside down. Why are they upside down? Well, you look at the drop of water in the light, it's upside down too. It flips the world. What is this upside down logic? So we're getting to really reframe a lot of old stories. Maybe get to actually clear the way while the South Node's in Libra. That's shedding anything outside of ourself that was toxic and getting in the way of love. Anything where we gave our power away, somebody else, something else that didn't really align with our truth, our true identity. We're getting rid of that. We're getting to rewrite love. And we got Mars with Pluto over in Aquarius. That's a real grounding, fixed energy, and it's a real fair energy. Aquarius is like interested in the truth above anything else. So I think it's a great place. It's like where I feel this, it's like a throne room where this everyone gets to be royal, dignified, and put the swords on the ground to heal. Mars gets to do its leadership and its assertion and its aggression and protection that way. I'm really excited about that. The swords are cooling off over there in the throne room. I feel that there's a rewrite on masculinity and a real fair game where everyone gets to have a play at it and a powerful version of it. And that'll really help us, I think, really be able to connect to this fantasy of love that's trying to be remembered. There's the Mercury on the Aries corner where the North Node is leading our collective evolution on the northern ecliptic of the moon. That's the dragon head of our collective aspiring direction. This wants us to be our true self. Show up, be yourself. That leads the way. And the old messages of things that maybe you repressed or lost from your true identity, you know, don't let them stamp it out. Don't let the world, anything that was taken away from outside you, where you rewrote a different narrative for yourself that wasn't true anyways. It wants to come back here. True love means your true self comes back to you. Your true self that child self knows. And a wound there with Chiron on Aries too on the North Node. So healing the wound of the child that suppressed the true self and getting to have true love now. These are pretty great stars. I bet the world seems like a mess actually, because in order to do this, it's really, really unsettling to the world. I see a lot of things going down. So we're gonna get a guide. Seven of Swords. Look at that. That's appropriate for me to get if anybody knows me. That means Aquarius Moon is what that Deacon card lines with, which is what I have. And we're talking about Aquarius season being prophetic, egalitarian, whereas this card is talking about lies and about the need to distinguish what's fair and what's not. If you're in a group of agreements in a culture that doesn't actually feel fair and you need to step out, but you're seen as somebody who's mutinous, that's when you go against authority. Mutiny, well then, you need to decide for yourself. It's in your heart. So everybody needs to decide, are you in or are you out? Who's in and out? And what crew are you in and out with? What values are you in and out with? And it actually is tricky because you can be seen as a criminal in a society. As a queer transgender person, I definitely understand that. I be vilified or seen as a criminal for something I believe in, and that's true. So the trick of this card is which side or what's inside and what's outside for you of ethics, morals. That is the thing. It's subjectivity, self-determination, affinity, respect for everybody's own determined place of that, and respect for life's determination of where yours is. There's a sorting out. We've also got the Queen of Wands. And I think this is amazing for those swords cooling off in the throne room. What can be balancing right now, because I think that's really what's going on in the stars, is Aries Libra axis. Now, in terms of our evolution, and in terms of like leadership and fire and royalty, we want a feminine in there, you know? We do want, I would say, to deal with this Seven of Swords stuff where we're going to determine the truth, even through initiations of having to leave or be seen as a thief, or deal with what's true or not, or what's moral or not, or having to get away from something that feels dishonest, even if people think you're dishonest to do it. Everyone has to be the Queen of Wands, the one who can receive the deep, direct, psychic, embodied, full truth with spirit from the heart in your creative purpose, and receive it, the receptive part of fire. I think we need this balance just as much as this is more masculine. This air swords thing, it's like it wants to have its own way, but for what? Like, it needs this. It needs to know what is the biggest thing it serves. The heart, the queen. What's the queen? The heart. You know? Fire, spirit. And what is that for you? It's different for everyone. And when you realize what is for you or for someone else, we just build a world where we respect what that is for each person? That's what I want to know. I do want to know that. I do want to know what healthy Queen of Wands and healthy Seven of Swords is. And I am curious, and I bring that to the stars today. And guess what's the underlying cards of the deck? Two of Cups. Look at those ponies so in love. This is what brings us to true love. Yes, chickens. We can do it. Much love.